Just about off the charts. They are set for football as the Chiefs get set to do battle with the New Orleans Saints. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. They'll run for the first time with Austin Eckler. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. This defense for the Chiefs, they were very good in the victory a week ago over Cincinnati.
And they needed to be, because the game was a game we don't see very often anymore. Low scoring, slugging it out in the trenches. One play can make the difference type of a game, and each play took on more importance, and they got it done.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
But just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. On the ground with Eckler. Closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Now a toss running left, Hunt. And this will wind up as Saints' 1st down as good running gets him to about the 44. Now after the run by Hunt, here's 1st and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. And some room to work. So naturally they will decline it. They got the 1st down anyway on the play.
Who needs a penalty when you picked up the 1st down through hard work and effort anyway? 1st down.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. Now Jones. They'll roll him out right. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And the Chiefs are going to get the football here as they force the INT on the game's opening drive. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
And he'll take this one up to about the 13. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. On play action, it's Mahomes. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. He's at the 30.
Another day, another dollar, baby.
And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 87 yards. And the Chiefs on just 2 plays have taken the lead. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. A 6-2 is their record through the first 8 weeks. Now, Charles, what is your assessment for them in the second half of the season?
Well, I think that the road gets a little bit tougher for them. And when I look at their schedule, I see some of these road games, and I know those are going to be difficult. But this is a good team, so I'm going to go with 11-5. That seems about right, and I think that'd be a nice accomplishment, too.
From the 30 on second down, Jones, and his throw is incomplete.
So, CD, you talk about this football team, some of the whispers and reports, the social media posts, they hint at a locker room that's splintered, badly splintered. There was talk earlier, some guys might walk away entirely, but that hasn't happened, however, at least to this point.
No, and sometimes some of that talk is just that, talk. I mean, guys often say, that's it, I'm out of here, and then they realize, I'm not ready to retire yet. What am I going to do now? And they're really ready to come back and dive back in. In fact, we've got guys who are wearing gold jackets in the Hall of Fame that talked about retirement the last 6-7 years of their career. So that's not always real. And sometimes you just have to go ahead and ride it out. And this is an opportunity now for everyone in this locker room to move forward.
Running on first down, Eckler. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Out of the gun, they run it with Hunt. And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield. They'll try to run for the first down with Hunt. Able to take it down to the 40.
Well, they came into this game saying...
Throwing, Jones. Looking long for Thomas. Is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 6. Big play that time through the air. 35 yards. 6-0 our score after 1. Looking to throw. Jones. This is swung out to Eckler. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Eckler. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Austin Eckler, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Saints, if they convert the extra point, they'll have the lead. A good hold of these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And they take the lead here at 7-6. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. 4-4 their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or are they kind of right where you thought that they would be?
Do you mind if I say yes, yes, and yes? Because ultimately to me, 4-4 is about where they should be, because we've seen weeks where they've been really, really good. They've looked terrific. Other weeks where we wondered just how good is this team. They want to be consistent in their play, not consistently inconsistent, which is what they've been thus far.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Trying to find his tight end, Kelsey, and it's intercepted. Teron Johnson able to pick it. And he's going to get this on down to the 13-yard line. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them, and they took advantage of it there.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Austin Eckler with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Saints are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Lutz good on the extra point, and the lead is up to 8. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. They'll run. It's Edwards-Helaire. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
Not too many more ideal situations at 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They go play action. Now Mahomes. He'll buy some time right.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
That was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Mahomes to throw.
They'll set up the screen to Edwards-Helaire.
And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and 13. To throw, it's Mahomes.
And that nearly intercepted. Boy, for a guy known for his hands defensively, that's a ball he probably thinks he should have come up with. But instead, it's 4th down.
So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Working with 2nd and 5 now.
A handoff. It's Eckler. And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. Now let's check on the call. He was trying to clear the way, the big fullback. Instead, he gets a hold.
And you don't see that very often on running plays from those guys because usually they're the lead blocker. Normally, when he gets caught, it's in a passing situation.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Running with Hunt here out of the shotgun. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. It'll be a gain of 2. And speaking of 2s, it'll take us to the 2-minute warning. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy. That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half.
And I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So that challenge, a successful one.
Now a toss running left, Eckler. Now room for Eckler. Oh, what a move. And finally down at the 9-yard line. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. A carry here for Hunt. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Kareem Hunt, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Saints now add 6 to their lead. Lutz with the extra point, and the lead is up to 15 now. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Right after the touchdown to extend their lead, now maybe opening the door a little bit there by allowing starting field position at the 40. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Throw right side going to be caught by Hardman. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
7 yards, the pickup there.
Throwing again on second down. Mahomes. And he's going to get this inside the 30. And again, it's Mahomes.
He'll find his running back, Edwards-Helaire.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Looking to throw again on second down. Mahomes. And that's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Now Mahomes.
That ball nearly intercepted, but he could not hang on. Oh, pick there certainly would have been nice. Instead, at least it'll be 4th down.
It would be a very makeable field goal try from here, but instead they're going to go for it. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Working from the gun, Mahomes rolling to his left. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Patrick Mahomes in the final seconds of the first half.
And the Chiefs are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
And just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. Mahomes will throw for it.
I'm not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. A final shot before break. Jones. Oh, that one sailed a bit, but the catch is still made. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. The final shot before break. Jones. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Saints out on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Fielded just outside the goal line. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Throwing now is Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Coming to you. Check 52's the right. Check 52's the right. Watch the run. They're running it. Attack.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes. Steps away to his left. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. It's a big play there for the Chiefs. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well to get a few stops.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now a carry for Edwards-Helaire. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They go play fake. Mahomes. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Edwards-Helaire as they run out of the gun. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Mahomes going to throw. That to his running back, Edwards-Helaire. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. So the screen good for only 2. Now it's 3rd down.
And that's all about recognition right there, because he's got to go from pass rush mode to pursuit mode, what defensive line coaches like to call retracing. And he's able to retreat and make the tackle for just a short gain.
Seventh play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3.
Mike 52, Mike 52. No. Pull it together.
He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that, because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
And the delay of game penalty makes this much more difficult. 3rd and 8. Mahomes now to throw. This is caught. Touchdown. Travis Kelce, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs are able to get this back within a touchdown.
The big fella was the recipient there for that touchdown pass, and it seems like more and more the tight end is the guy you have to worry about most in the passing game.
And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the 2nd extra point he's missed so far. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a 1-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a 1-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You got to be careful right here.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Back to throw. Jones. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and get the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you got a battle on your hands.
Now Jones to throw on 3rd down. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
So holding there on the return, and that'll back them up to start the next drive.
Yeah, that's a pretty easy call right there, partner. I think when the officials look in their manual and see the expression, jersey getting pulled, that's a flag coming out every time.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Now here's Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. A leap, and he's got it. He got it. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. Mahomes finding Hill for a big play, and even 50 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
1st and 10. It's Edwards-Helaire with it.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Well, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
They'll run with Edwards-Helaire.
And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Second and goal from inside the 5.
Edwards-Helaire.
And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
What a stand this would be if they can get the stop here. 3rd and goal. They'll try to run with Edwards-Helaire. Oh, and Edwards-Helaire, I don't think he got there. He did not. They'll stop him short.
Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. So a big one coming now for Harrison Butker from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. Butker's kick here is good. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied.
Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
And he returns this to the 22. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10.
They'll begin the drive with Hunt. And some room to maneuver. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield.
109 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. On the give, this is Eckler, and that play goes nowhere. He's met behind the line, and a penalty flag may add insult to injury. Now, they had stopped him for a loss on the run anyway, so they'll decline that.
It's almost a good psychological advantage, isn't it? You created a penalty, and you still couldn't gain yards against us. No way we need to take that one.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Off-play action. Jones rolling to his right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Jones. And this is going to be intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line.
We say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the 4th quarter.
And, Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Mears used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. They'll run here with Edwards-Helaire.
And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Here we go, G. Get off the field. Out. Go. Watch twins. He's moving, boys, he's moving.
Now Edwards-Helaire. Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4.
Here's Edwards-Helaire.
And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down.
Mike 52.
They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. That's to his running back, complete. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Clyde Edwards-Helaire. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Chiefs use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And can you believe it? He misses another one, his 3rd so far. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
Taking it about the 1. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire.
Meanwhile, Jones throw complete there to Thomas.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. They got exactly what they wanted there. Out route, catch, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
And I have to criticize defense here because you know the situation. You want to keep them in bounds and have the clock run. So I'm sitting on the outside portion of the field and not letting them throw an out route. Throw anything inside and I'll make the tackle. An out route? That's not the way you're supposed to play it.
Running on first down, Eckler. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Once more, here's Eckler. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the first. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the first down, close it out.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. Now a handoff as they run left side. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. Victory in the cards now for the Chiefs as they take a knee here. Third and 11, and some extra depth to the secondary here. They're in the dime. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And this score will stay right where it is. But, Charles, a 1-score game. Down to the end we went. They had one final play in that 1-score game. We all knew what was coming. The Hail Mary, they just couldn't get it done.
What exactly complicated was it? We all knew, as you